My name is Garrett Poole. I grew up here in Meade County, lived here my whole life. I just graduated college here just recently from Western Kentucky University. And now I'm currently living over in Akron. Man up is one thing me and my dad can come and do. We kind of do like a lot together, whether it be working. We always grew up playing ball together. And so this is kind of just another thing, we can kind of come together, mutually agree and bond on. Just from what I've experienced and, spoken with everyone, it's kind of a lot of the same, I guess, mindset and values that my dad's personally kind of like, grew up and taught me. My dad's always been a stickler for, always treat people right, try to do the right thing. There's kind of like a rule set, I guess. It's God first and then family and then everything else. And so that's pretty big on, at least for us anyways, God, family, and then everything that falls in between. Just a good way for everyone to come together. Since we grew up playing baseball and stuff, I think one reason me and my dad connect so well on it is just because when growing up in sports, we always had that bond of a bunch of guys together, that brotherhood. And so I think that's really what gets me and dad attracted to it and just wants to keep coming. Because just a connection that you can't really get many places. So I actually got started, this was around while I was still in going to school. And so I would work, and then right after work, I would go to class. And my dad started, I think he went one time before me, and he was like, hey, this is probably something you'd be interested in. How about we go sometime? I said, well, I'll try to. I wasn't really sure what it was at the time. I said, I'm pretty busy. I got work, and then right after work, I got class, and by the time I get home, it's already getting like 9 or 10 o'clock. He said, well, like if you can try to make it sometimes, I think you'd like it. So I said, all right. And there was one time, I believe it was a Thursday. This is a long time ago. But it was a Thursday that we actually canceled class that day. And so I called up my dad. I said, hey, I can make it this day if you want to go. And he said, sure. And so that time when we went, we came here to Radiant actually, and I think they were smoking a bunch of barbecue outside. We walked in and just seeing just a crowd of people. There was a big crowd that night. We kind of hung out and we talked for a bit. We ate, food was great. And then we kind of made our way upstairs, and everyone started piling in. And, I just started kind of turning and looking and just seeing just a crowd of a bunch of men. And that was really the first time that I think I've seen like strictly just men piled in a church like that. It was kind of weird in a sense, but it was also like, this is pretty cool, That kind of went on, and then there was a testimony that night by this gentleman. I can't remember his name, but it was a great testimony. It was an emotional testimony, and he kind of told about his life. And just him telling that, man, I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps right now just thinking about it. That's another thing. I just keep thinking about that day. And like I said, the testimony was one thing in itself, but hearing everybody, praise and sing, for a bunch of guys that, don't sing, we sounded pretty good, These nights you can come out and it's strictly good, hang out, have a good time, talk to friends, connect with people. And even with my dad, it's another thing we get to do. I'm busy, he's busy sometimes. This is something we can just come together, hang out, and just kind of bond on something that means a lot to our family. If you enjoy being around people that feel like family, then you're going to love it. You're going to have a great time. And at the end of the night, you'll probably get those goosebumps feeling, and it just makes you want to go out, and like hug a loved one, and just, you want everyone to experience, kind of the great times that you just experienced. So yeah, just go out, grab a friend. At the very least, hey, good meal, come out, have a good time.